Hey everybody, and welcome to Top Comics to Pre-Order in a Flash. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is our quick show where we show you some of the biggest and best books that you can pre-order by this weekend over at infinityflux.net, so you don't miss out on any of the good stuff when it comes out. It will be there waiting for you or in the mail on its way to you. But that way you don't miss out on some of these big titles that sometimes sell out almost before they hit the shelves.
Yeah.
So that's why this show is so important. Like I said, head over to infinityflux.net right now and follow along if you want. But let's get into this week's comics.
We're going to start with Destro number
Yay.
1. So Cobra Commander wrapped up this week, and now we are looking ahead to the next miniseries. We already had Scarlet be on FOC, I think it was last week, and then now we've got Destro. You know, Destro, he runs Mars Industries, right, which is the leader in providing high-tech weapons to world powers. However, the emergence of Energon has changed everything, and as his ambition grows, the Crimson Twins, Tomax and Zammot, emerge to destroy the competition, and Cobra Commander realizes his current ally could be his future greatest enemy. So just more awesomeness coming from the Energon universe.
Yeah, and that relationship stays like that for forever.
Yep.
They're always just right at each other's throats. Next up, we've got our next entry in the Blood Hunt X-Men. We had the Jubilee that was on FOC a week or so ago. This time we are having X-Men Blood Hunt Magik number 1, which I'm really excited of. I love Magik. And this does take place after the Fall of X and the Fall of Krakoa storylines. And after that, Magik returns home. She goes back to Russia, to her hometown, to kind of reflect and figure out what to do now that mutantdom is kind of all shaken up. But while she's there, the vampire outbreak, and she's going to have to defend her hometown from the vampire horde. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of slashing with the sword. There's going to be some greatness. So, definitely check out this one if you're following the X-Men stuff and the Blood Hunt.
Next is Kid Venom number 1. So we had the Kid Venom backup story in, I think it was the end of the Venomverse, and then that was all collected into a Kid Venom number 0. Now this is the first issue of a new story. This is set in Japan in the year 977. Kid Venom makes his presence known to the evil symbiotes that are there, that are taking people hostage. But who else has their eye on Kintaro and his symbiote? It says the world of Kid Venom expands as new characters and dangers are revealed.
And next up, we got Star Wars Ahsoka number 1. I'm really excited about this. So they've been doing these adaptations. They did 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. They did Obi-Wan. But we are getting Ahsoka, which I'm really excited to see this kind of play out in comic book form. So not a whole lot of extra bits here. If you've seen the show, they usually go issue by issue, will be in an episode. So you'll also know this will feature a bunch of first appearances because we already know the episodes they show up in and everything. So Ahsoka is hunting down Thrawn through the far reaches of the galaxy, and maybe in the process we'll find Ezra, some of their long-lost friends. So very excited for this one. If you've been reading all the Star Wars books or are a big Ahsoka fan, she hasn't appeared in comics that much. So this is going to be big.
Next is Gatchaman number 1. This is a new ongoing series. This says that a mechanical terror from the international terrorist organization known as Galactor has descended upon numerous cities, and all of the world's greatest scientists are disappearing, and the only hope is Science Ninja Team Gatchaman. That just sounds fun to say. Yep. Just a new telling of this classic team.
Yep, following up from the Free Comic Book Day.
That's right, yep.
Next up, this one's really interesting, and it's a weird shape, so we'll figure out how this is going to be. This is Giant Size Little Marvels number 1. There's like almost no information about this other than it's Scotty Young and Dax Gordane, and I'm not sure if this is a miniseries, a one-shot, if this is regular comic book size, if it's square bound. We know nothing. That's why I'm a little... we'll have to see on our next show. This may get pushed till there's more information, but at least for right now, it is up for order. So if you're a big Scotty Young fan, you'll definitely want to check this out as the pint-sized versions of the Marvel Universe go on a big adventure.
And we had just said that we wish that the big Marvels variants would be put together in a book. This is kind of sort of like that.
That may be kind of related.
Yeah. So next is From the world of Minor Threats, Barfly #1. This is a spin-off from the Minor Threats series written by Patton Oswalt and Kyle Starks and Jordan Bloom. And in this one, there is a humanoid mutant fly whose name I cannot tell you in this video for, censorship reasons. But this mutant fly is a lifelong minion who lives to serve his criminal master. But what happens when he no longer has anyone left to hench for? Should be interesting.
Hangs around a bar.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider #2. Want to remind you because issue 1 came out this week, came out today. Great first issue and setting up a really interesting story and mystery for Gwen, who is now in the 616 universe. And in this one, Gwen is reunited with Peter, Miles, Cindy Moon, but it's not a friendly neighborhood welcome. So what is going on? And why are classic Spidey foes after Gwen? So definitely, if you read the #1 and you enjoyed it, set up, subscribe, pre-order issue #2, because this is when your pre-orders really matter in these first couple of issues.
And next is Paranoid Gardens #1. This is co-written by Gerard Way. This sounds weird. This sounds it's described as ER meets Doctor Who on acid. It's about Lou. She is a nurse at the most bizarre care center in the universe. The staff there is not entirely human. There's aliens and ghosts and superheroes and all kinds of things plaguing its hallways. But Lou believes that she's been given some kind of higher calling in this mysterious place, and she decides to rise to that challenge. But she's going to have to fight her way through corporate staff and powerful theme park cults and her own personal demons in order to rise to this challenge.
Sounds like a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And next up, we've got Grendel, Devil's Crucible, Defiance. So for Grendel fans, one of a very long-running independent character, Matt Wagner, the creator of it, returns to tell another Grendel story. And in this one, Grendel Prime returns to Earth, but the Earth has changed since he was last there. And now it's ruled by Necrolords, and he'll have to hide his identity as he explores his now hostile home planet. So if you're a Grendel fan, definitely check this one out as it's the next installment of the Grendelverse. That is it for Top Comics to pre-order in a flash. Thank you so much for watching. Again, head over to infinityflux.net right now where you can place your pre-orders. We'll be going over these and a lot more, plus their variants, all of that coming up on Friday. But this show is to give you a head start on those pre-orders. So thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you like this video, like the content we do, make sure to subscribe. That means so much to us now that we've crested over 3,000. Now we're at 3,100. Yeah. We want to keep going so we can spread our love of comics. So until next time, see ya.